By the way, so we talk about this stuff. You can say, Pat, you're crazy. That's insane. It's not fair. What about this? What about that? Some of you may say, like, when I did the interview with Anthony Weiner, and obviously I said I would never bring up Frazzle Drip because it's irresponsible, right? I would never bring up the 9 out of 12 cops that committed a suicide within a few months. That's irresponsible. And then I talk about why are all these people dying. And I said, your reaction is an answer to Anthony Weiner, right? Mm-hmm. And media reacts to it. People write about it. There's all these other videos. But guess what happened? Maybe it influenced a few people to go look into it and say, why is this happening? Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, just this couple days ago, yesterday, story comes out about what? A story comes out about Barack Obama's chef.
Personal chef.
911 phone call for Obama's chef reported possibly drowning. Martha's Vineyard is plunged into chaos as body of ex-president's cook, 45 years old, is found 100 feet from shore in paddle boarding drowning accident. Let me read the story to you. And we're not tying the two together, by the way. This is just a story of people to do research. So it says, Tafari Campbell, great name, a former chef for the Obamas, was found dead in 8 feet of water after a possible drowning incident while paddleboarding on Edgartown, Great Pond, Massachusetts. Witnesses saw him struggling to stay afloat before he went underwater around 7:46 p.m. Massachusetts State Police, U.S. Coast Guard, and local authorities, including Edgartown Fire and Air Wing, were part of the rescue mission. Michelle and Barack Obama paid tribute to Campbell, stating Tafari was a beloved part of our family, a warm, fun, extraordinary kind of person who made all of our lives a little brighter. Campbell was known for brewing White House honey ale beer and was one of the 4 White House cooks asked to stay under the Obama administration. When the story first broke, a lot of different media outlets said the fact that he didn't know how to swim. Matter of fact, there was a post of Instagram of him, hashtag still don't know how to swim or something like that. I don't know if you saw that or not, where he didn't know how to swim. And then a video appeared, Rob, I don't know if you have the video or not. There's a video of him swimming right there. This is him on Twitter. If you can play this clip.
He knows how to swim, Pat.
So this is him swimming. That's pretty solid to swim like that. That's backstroke that he's doing.
Looks
there.
Like he has flippers on.
He says progress, fit chef. And
fit chef, there's one where he's doing the backstroke, he's doing the butterfly.
Yeah, so this is him. I don't know if I would call him an Olympic swimmer, but I think he knows how to swim. Okay? And if you're in 8 feet of water and you don't know how to swim, all you got to do is...
Look, he's doing the backstroke.
Yeah. So, look, the story first said he didn't know how to swim. Then this came out that he knew how to swim. By the way, he had twin sons with his wife. He had twin sons with his wife, and the story's out. While we're watching this, Alper, my chef, is standing next to me saying, Alper, did you see this story? He's kind of like, I was saying earlier, he ran out. I haven't seen him since. He just took off.
Because he doesn't know how to swim.
Pat, did you see? Well, first of all, paddleboarding, there's no weight, there's no waves, there's no nothing. It was late at night. He was with somebody else. He was with another male, which nobody knows what happened to that guy. And then Hillary Clinton, I guess, had the same, not a swimming incident, but didn't one of her chefs pass away? This guy, he died by drowning in 2015. It's just weird coincidences that these people are just randomly drowning and dying. And mind you, Pat, if you're not home, is your personal chef chilling at your house and swimming? And is Albert hanging out at your house when you're not there?
When I'm not there, no. But I don't think that's that would be the reason to jump into conclusion that something could be happening. The whole point is when something like this happened, like for example, I went and ate at this one restaurant, MC Chef, I don't know what it's called. It's a beautiful place in Miami. And Sam and I are there, and I said, so tell me the history about this restaurant. I asked the waiter, and the waiter says, oh, you don't know the story of this restaurant? No. He says, the chef used to cook for the Miami Heat all the time. So LeBron, Wade, everybody would come here all the time. I said, no way. He says, yes. He says, you know what happened? I said, what? He says, LeBron liked the chef so much that he hired him, and they moved to L.A. with him. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, cool.
Nice.
Because this happens. Like for me, there's a guy right here I like to go to, a restaurant I go to. I really like the way he does things. If one day I run a restaurant or we do anything, I would like him to come with us because I trust him. There's a relationship with a chef. So Obama's obviously trusted these guys. So let's just kind of look at it without jumping into conclusion with anything. They like the chef so much, they said, hey, why don't you come and be a chef for us? So take all the other stuff that people are speculating. Something could have happened. Something was natural. It took place. It's tragic, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Great. They were out of town. Something like this happened. Now, the other side is, if you can play this clip, this is from June 24th of 2015. If you want to play this.
Now know how Walter Sheeb died. His body was found Sunday night just off the Yerba Canyon trailhead in very rugged terrain. New Mexico State Police say after an autopsy, the medical investigator reports Sheeb drowned, and his death is officially an accident. Sheeb moved to Taos in March. A friend told our partners at the Journal he may have been trying to be closer to his girlfriend.
Bush and
he previously worked as a chef in the White House, first under Bill Clinton, and stayed on when George W. Bush took over. Last night, President Clinton released a statement reading in part, "Hillary and I are saddened by the tragic passing of former White House executive chef Walter Sheeb. Our family was grateful to have Walter with us in the White House for 6 years, where we and visitors from around the world loved his delicious and creative meals." And former First Lady Laura Bush added, "President Bush and I are saddened by the tragic death of former White House executive chef Walter Sheeb. Walter was an outstanding talent. He prepared magnificent dinners for world leaders and delicious fare for our family and friends. George and I send our heartfelt sympathy to Walter's loved ones."
Nice.
What I would say a couple things. Number one, moving forward, before you become a chef at the White House, you have to take a 1 month swimming lesson.
100%.
Like that has to be mandatory
100%.
moving forward because we can't afford these
Yeah.
steps. It's a pattern. So now somebody may say, "Come on, guys, I can't believe you're going there." Do you know establishment presidents, chef, drowning, all those three are pretty establishment type of presidents. A little bit weird that the average person is saying that's kind of weird, right? So why do we talk about this kind of stuff? We're not talking about the educational system. Is there reason to send your kids to school or not? You know what it does? Somebody watches it and they go take a deeper dive and say, this is my cause. The other night we're doing an event here with Dave Smith. We're in the back having cigars with a bunch of different guys and everybody's asking these questions and saying, so what do I do next? What is my cause? What is my fight? What is my this? There's about 100 fights you can pick and choose, okay? One could be you don't like the educational system in America. Be obsessed about it. Go study every single thing you can about the educational system in different countries. What's right? What's wrong? What works? What doesn't? Become maniacal about that one topic. Another one could be what's going on with LGBTQ in schools and what they're doing. Go spend hundreds of hours just studying that topic, know so much about it on how other countries handle it, and come out and say, why are we doing this? This is kind of weird. When did this happen? Like the video we did with the LGBTQ video in schools being exposed, the dark side of it. Go do your own due diligence with it. But the point is, we do this podcast and we bring variety of guests for it to spark. Like I just watched right now in the comment section, Eric Rodriguez, it's Scott Rodriguez, I'm sorry. Scott Rodriguez has been a member of PBD Podcast, paying on a monthly basis for 13 months now. Congratulations, Scott. We appreciate your loyalty. But he just quietly, we don't normally recognize these guys, he just bought 10 memberships for other members to be on the PBD Podcast. Right now, he did that. Shout out to you, Scott. I'm sure we're going to see you here with the Vivex event.
He's the one that gave you the World War II
He's the one that gave me a sick gift that got me emotional when I read the note. But we do this, and then people go, and they can come back and send an email and say, Pat, this is where you were wrong. All ears.
Great.
I want to read about it. Tell me, expose it. Or Pat, I didn't think you even went that deep into it. You guys should have gone deeper. Or Vinny, that one thing you talked about, read this article. Hey, Tom, can you read that article? Hey, Adam, can you read this article? And then the stories go more and more and more. But I think it's just a little bit weird that all of a sudden chefs have a pattern of disappearing from three presidents that are very close to each other.
Pat, I'm all about patterns, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but isn't it weird? You tweet at Hillary yesterday, and all of a sudden your plumbing is something's wrong with your plumbing. I'm just throwing that out there, Pat. Something's wrong with his plumbing all of a sudden. In a multi-million-dollar house, all of a sudden there's poop stuck in the pipes. I don't know, Pat. That's...
Yeah, suddenly you have a sewage fountain and reflecting pool in front. It's like,
yeah, that's Hillary. You saw what happened to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She looks like an alien now. You got to be careful, Pat. Don't ever tweet at her again.
It's perfectly acceptable for the
Although the most
line
interesting
of
thing of the whole thing
questioning
is the Clinton quote about losing their chef was actually dated a week before he died. So it's sort of interesting. Maybe they were going to be out of town. They were going to be out of town the following week, and they had to just be sure they, you know.
I think it's perfectly acceptable for the line of questioning that you used on Anthony Weiner, especially how close he was with the Clintons and all the stories and the narrative that have been surrounding that. At the same time, let's not rush to judgment or even speculate on what the Obamas did or the Bush did with the chef. I think it's a little too premature. I think that it's well within our right to bring it up, no doubt. Do I think there was anything nefarious? Do I think that the Obamas had the chef killed? No, I'm not there. You know how I feel about that.
100%.
But you do your thing.
Yeah.
I'll do my thing. I think that it does deserve attention, you know. And if you do want to look into it more, something tells me there was nothing nefarious going on here. But we'll see how the facts play out.
There's a 99% chance there was nothing nefarious
Zero.
going on.
He drowned.
But here's the part.
Yeah.
The one thing we need, does that mean the 1% chance doesn't require a level of accountability and due diligence and research? Not at all.
No doubt.
Go look it up and see what comes out. But there's a 99% chance there was nothing nefarious going on here. In regards to Hillary Clinton, different story. It's one too many names. I think I'm not at 99% chance. I'm probably closer to a different percentage, but it is what it is. So I want to show you a clip here. Why the American people, if you're somebody that's watching this and saying, man, I don't know if I trust the government as much as I used to, maybe you have a valid reason.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.